anybody have tried it, that's okay. If you haven't, then we can probably look into it.
And if it is a custom field,
That's okay. So
then we have to add it into aggregate table as well.
yes, you will have to, because the standard API, at least for the documents, is not uh, coming directly from the table. There is this aggregate tables in the systems, which are only solely purpose is to support APIs. So yeah, you will surely have to add that because this record will point to it. Should you give it a try? I haven't done it. I've surely recommended people doing it. But if this is something we are interested in, we can surely look into it.
Yeah, we can look into this. It will be, I don't know. I've done it long time back and
Okay,
it was
let's do
complicated.
that. Okay. Um, Custom API. Okay. And 13.0. Okay. Cloud Sandbox. Do I have a sandbox with the name sandbox? Yes, I have one. Okay. That's good. Okay, so let's assume we have to add a field on the API endpoint header. So we just copy this out, go into our custom app, and then let's try to paste it here. Okay. Okay, and then I'll also need references of this app because there will be dependency associated with it. So I'll just copy the ID, name, publisher, and version of this app, standard app. Let's head up to our app.json and get a dependency on it. Okay. I prefer to keep the versions as small as you can, and you should not always keep it the minimum, but it tells you on which version of the app that you are doing taking dependency on, what is the minimum version that you need. So it's always the minimum version that you want to take dependency on. So if you are making an app which have a dependency of, let's say, 23 and higher, then this should say something like 23. Like, so this version is 22. Whatever changes I'm making, if I want to make it on 23, keep this minimum as 23. So it will not be supported on 22 or low environment because it will not download symbols. Once you do that, let's again download the symbols so that it gets the references that's needed. And it got the exclude API v2. Let's delete the hello world. Okay. The other best case or best practice that Microsoft recommends is to keep the API as a separate app. Now that's your calling in at your customer environment, but it's preferred to keep it as a separate app, not as the part of the actual customs that you have, because it doesn't changes so frequently. And if somebody goes and change something here on the API piece, that'll surely impact the the integration. So that's the reason why Microsoft suggests you to keep it separate. Okay. And stop me wherever it's confusing or I'm going beyond lines. Okay, let's call it as SDH, purchase invoice, purchase invoice ISV, doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. Now here with the standard API, these are the fields which are needed, but on the scenario of a custom API, there are some additional properties which becomes important. And I normally don't remember them. So what I do is I'll always use easy AL wizard and
So
call
API
it
group.
yeah, API group publisher or something like that.
Yes.
So let's
Publisher
do it first.
in version.
Customer simple. Okay, yeah. So publisher group version entity name and entity set name. Okay. So let's just do an example, finish this. I can just copy that. API group, API publisher, version will already be there on the Microsoft one, so I don't need to care about it. Entity should be there. let's keep this. These are the 4 properties that are needed to build a custom API. Okay. On this, let's entity set names are there. So this is, I'm going to remove them, and API group is. Now this is always confusing for the publisher. I have heard people following that whatever publisher name that you give on your app, that is what you should be using. But these are the things that you cannot change, right? Yes, sir.
Publisher name should be short and simple,
Yeah, that's
and
simple.
it
But
may be different from the publisher of the app,
yeah, that's true.
because this will be
Because
part of the URL. So we try. No, it's not mandatory to keep the same.
yeah, it's not. That's true. And then because here you have some flexibility in the publisher name where you can do apostrophes and things like that and spaces and all. And as Sandeep sir is saying, while dealing with the APIs, your publisher name becomes part of your endpoint URL. So choose this wisely, but don't go crazy on different customers. Define one publisher as a company as a whole, and then keep using that. These 2 properties should be standard for all your customers, whatever you decide as a company. Yes, sir. I
Yeah, I was
see your
just
hand raised.
saying. So what I've done is, for a customer where we are using different APIs for integrating with 2 different systems. So
Okay.
we gave them different API groups, but publisher remain the same.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm.
Yeah. However logical it sounds, right? Mm, API group is majorly how you want to group your API endpoints. So that makes sense that you are making it for 2 different integrations or even for different areas. Maybe you are writing something specifically for manufacturing. Maybe you name it as a separate group, but publisher just keep it consistent throughout for all your customers. That's what I feel, because as the team grows, it gets confusing what publisher we are using. So decide a mandate so that it's easier for you to understand where your APIs are. Okay, so anything else need to be changed? Nothing. Everything seems to be compiling. Okay,
Mm.
now do you want to use a standard field or do you want to define a custom field? Let's do
Custom
custom.
field, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
And
let's do
extensible is equal to
both.
false. Let us expand it.
Yeah, I think let's do both.
Sorry.
Let's do both, one custom and one from purchasing
Okay, yeah.
whatsoever.
Standard will always be there, so no problems. But let's add a field into this table. We'll also have to add it on the standard table for sure. But let's do a table extension from this table, and we will call it as, hopefully the name sets. No. Okay. And we will call it as demo type code 20 customer content. Okay. Okay, hopefully I can apply the same logic into the purchase invoice. This is posted. I always get confused about this.
Yeah, this is posted.
This is posted,
No,
right?
Uh,
no, 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 no. This will be
it
for
will be
before
both.
posted. Before posted,
It,
it will go to
yeah,
purchase header.
Yeah, this is
it will
going to
be all.
order invoice for this, right?
Yeah, it will be all.
Okay. So then we'll have to just copy this. Don't do this on your production or on your client environments ever. I'm just doing it to save time. What? Okay. One object per file, guys. This is just for the demo. Okay. So we have it here, and then we would like to see it on the purchase order page, right? So extension 100, and let's do purchase invoice. That's what we wanted it. Okay. No actions, no variables, nothing. And I just want to see it on last of my general tab. Field is called details. STH demo. Okay. Okay, and I was thinking why my AI is not responding because I disabled this. My bad. Because it was causing problems somewhere. So let's enable this. No, how do you enable this? So yes, thank you. Okay, so I have the field here. Now I have it here, and then let's go at the end of it. Or anywhere, right? That doesn't.
Yeah, it would work anyway.
Okay, so let's add it on the top, just to keep it simple.
It does impact sometimes because it's a sequence in which the fields are validated.
True. Yeah, because this register field does the field validation and all, right? So let it define the whole purchase header onto it. Okay, so buy fields are there. Is that not a shortcut to collapse all? That should be a fold thing.
No,
No?
I haven't found any.
Oh, fold region only. Collapse folders, collapse folding of range of
Hold all
series.
regions. Will it work?
No, that's if you have designed the reasons, and I haven't. Oh, it did. But then if I expand this, okay, nice. Yes. Yes. Okay. Nice.
It works.
Fold. Because I use it with what do you call that?
Uh, Development
Studio.
environment.
Regions.
Hmm.
So when you do regions, as in I like to do regions because it makes it easier and gives me a better readability. So I'll always define the region in a code unit, and then I used to use the fold. I didn't know that it worked in general for the page itself. Good. Thank you. Okay. Alphanumeric. Help me.
This has to be camel case. Camel
Yeah.
case. Yeah.
Thank you. And what is field? Which is not available in
This is
the.
not camel case. So
Is
S
it
has to
not?
be small. The first S has to be small. No, it
Okay.
doesn't give the error, but that's what Microsoft recommends.
Let's keep everything small, right?
No,
No,
that's how
like
Microsoft
second
also
is
does
it.
it.
You see like total amount.
Total
Above.
amount is not there in the standard?
No, I mean
Second,
there is like total amount at above. Like first is small and second word
Okay.
is
Okay.
uppercase.
External document number is not there in the standard, right? I don't think.
it should be there. Vendor invoice number.
Oh,
Vendor
vendor
invoice
invoice
number.
number is there. Okay, what else is missing on the what is not in the purchase order endpoint?
Payment term maybe or due date.
Yeah, post from order you see.
Due date is there,
If you
right?
see if you
Invoice
see
date.
invoice, if you are like doing for invoice, like posting description is not there.
Posting
Yeah, that would be.
description is
It's in the header, so yeah, you can use that. It's not normally not visible.
posting description. Oh, it's not enabled by default.
Yes, it's a very good field. I don't know why Microsoft hides it everywhere.
Posting description. Okay, let's do posting description also here. Thank you. If you can help me. Posting this. Oh, because it's not in the API endpoint. Great. Okay, they haven't added it into the API endpoint. These are the fields which are available and not available.
Aggregate. So you can use only aggregate.
Yeah,
So let's use
aggregated
vendor posting group.
vendor
Posting
posting
group.
group.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, here we are. Vendor posting group and then the caption. Now, including this, as Sandeep sir was saying, for every field, I don't know why they did not do for status, but for most of the fields, they do pass it to the with the register field. I'm not seeing it.
What are you talking? Status?
The register field. There is a register field function, right? That they call.
Yeah, on every field. Trigger on validate.
Oh yeah, trigger on validate, and then here you have to call this with the field ID. This is ID, so this is ID, but yeah. There is a local function called register field set. If needed, we'll see that in a while. But yeah, so I was surprised, sir, that they haven't done it on last modified date. Doesn't make sense that they have to update. But status, I think they should have added it, but they did not. Nobody changes status. It seems so. Oh, so let's do this and then the field number for SDH demo. The same way you do it here. Just
We are not sending this value. This will be read only value.
which one?
Vendor posting group. We are going to send vendor posting group when we are sending invoice. That's why on some fields which are read only, and they don't send this. They don't do this register field.
Okay, so do you want to send a base field or not?
Let's leave it now. It's just for proof of concept only.
Okay.
So let's not do vendor posting group. So we are doing a post, then we will not do it anything. This.
Yeah, so here, people who don't know it, there is this register field function, which in turn calls which kind of puts it into the temp field buffer. And then this field buffer goes, I guess, somewhere to here on insert record, it goes and calls this function on the aggregator, which then uh, opens the record reference that's pointed to us and then passes these values to there. Okay. I'm interested in building a custom API from beginning. So maybe someday we'll sit on it, maybe starting next week, to see how all this works, because I would not like to use the aggregate table, no offense, but Microsoft did it to consolidate multiple tables into one so that it's easier for them. But I would like to do a parent-child relationship to see how that all works. And this is what you see
I can give
on the
you multiple
page.
examples.
Oh, wow.
I've never used. I don't use this. Starting we did it, but after that,
Yeah.
it becomes so difficult to use.
Yeah. So these are the bound actions. If you haven't known about this, so these bound actions you can again call from API endpoint, and then use them to do post of your documents and and things like that. I still have a question that here it says that in response, give the purchase invoice header, the posted purchase invoice header when it is posted. But logically, when you post it, and I've only seen it on Postman, it doesn't return you the posted invoice.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't return anything.
yeah, it should, as in that makes sense, but it does not, which is weird. As in that's what it is written, that in the response, make sure you get the purchase invoice header. So the post invoice is supposed to return you the posted document. That's how it is written here. That post the document, everything, and then look for the purchase invoice header based on the pre-assigned number, and then return whatever is coming. So it's a where, so it returns it what has been done, and then this is supposedly should be visible in the response of the bound action, which logically does not happen. So I'll have to kind of test it out why it is not happening, or do we need to change something? Okay, so we added a field. We created a copy of the endpoint, and now we are good to publish this. So let me open this so that doesn't go to other browsers. Let's do a publish. In the meantime, I was creating the key so that I can use it on my Postman. So I always forget it, and then every time I fetch a new one. But that's okay. That's for my testing. I guess this should get me the token. Let's see what happened. I did not pass a secret ID, guys. I did pass a secret. That's correct. What the heck I'm doing wrong? I have the client ID set. I have the secret set. I have the scope set.
Can you copy the secret using the button there?
I did that with the same secret.
Where's your auth URL? Access token URL?
Access token URL. Do I need that?
Yes, you require that.
This becomes what? The access token URL. It's a token one. Oh, I pasted it in the wrong way. Oh, it's gone. Oh, I put it on the callback URL. My bad. Okay, let's try to get the token.
Where's that auth URL? So you have to
Do
give
I-
all the values, right?
Let's see. Okay, let me open it on the second tab. So that I don't lose the value.
Yeah, you require auth URL as well.
Auth URL B2. What is it? There's only one authorization endpoint one.
No, the first one is also there.
Right. Auth URL. Okay.
Then
And the token
callback URL.
I never set all, but okay. Callback URL.
Callback URL will be in API permissions, I believe.
Oh, okay, it's working now. And it went to a separate browser for some crazy reasons to get the authentication. Let me click on this. Let's go in here. What is going on this one? Redirect URI must have a value of absolute URI. Okay. Okay, my redirect URI is no
Authentication.
authentication.
Yeah, this one. Yes.
This becomes my callback URL. Okay, let's see.
Now it will work.
Oh man, again authentication. And you are forcing me to go to CDX. Let me go to my CDX. I don't remember my password. But my user ID is CRMPC. So let me see what that looks like. Okay, my environments. And they stopped supporting the longer 1 year environments now, right?
Sorry, which one?
In the CDX, you can't have 1 year environments now. Earlier you can have. Oh, you don't
I've
use
taken
that?
a partner sandbox, so I don't know. I don't use that.
Nice.
Cost money, that's all.
Yeah, but then it kind of easy on the CDX side, because then you can, once I guess you, if you register for it, then your whole team gets it, one. And second, then they can create and delete environments and all. And at least on the Power Automate side, it helps me because you get a 90-day trial for it. So it's easier to test and delete stuff. So
Now we have 4 environments in this partner sandbox.
oh,
So we can create and delete whenever you want. So do all development while the project is going on,
mhm.
and then we move to the client sandbox.
Yeah. So like here is how the CDX look like if you haven't seen it. And this is for
No,
partners.
I've used it. I've used it.
Yeah, but they did limit how many you can have now. I guess they had bigger limits earlier, but now there is a limit, I guess. Let me see how much is it. 90 day you can create
3.
3. No, I have 3, which is weird. I guess I'm limited to 1. There used to be 1 year, 1, but they removed that. I don't know, but okay, that's not the discussion right now. Okay, so I got the token. Nice. So let me save this. Okay, and let's come back here. Let's first check on the purchase invoice. Did you add on purchase invoice? Yes. Do we see that field? Yes, we have this field. Okay, now let's bake the URL. So that's the thing. Call custom API. Okay. So our base URL remains same till here, I guess so. Let me see. I'm pointing to the right environment or not. No, I'm not pointing to the right
It
environment.
should be till that API.
Sorry?
Till that API.
I'm just checking I'm on the right endpoint or not.
Uh,
Company not okay, company ID. Why I'm doing all this? Sometime I go bizarre. You just get it from here. Okay, so this would be an initial endpoint for a standard API so that you find the company and all. But now I had a blog written of API endpoint.
So I can tell you those endpoints. That
Yes,
should
sir.
not be a problem. So we want custom endpoints.
so it should be after API slash in that B 2.0. In that place, it should be there.
Okay. Because that haven't changed a lot after that, right? It's more or less same at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it remains the same. So after API, you can write with a slash. Yeah. So the publisher
Okay, let me write the publisher first for the time being. Okay, then
group.
group, then
Then you have all version number. That is
version number is
already.
there. Okay,
That's it. Change the
that's it.
publisher. And, yeah.
So our publisher for this endpoint was me. Wow. Okay. So publisher becomes me, and then the group becomes customs. Okay, and then the
Slash. Let's
entity
say.
name.
Yeah, you can put a slash and at the end and say customers for testing only.
Customers. Okay,
Yeah,
will it give me
just for
I
customers?
didn't.
testing. Yeah.
I don't think customers will show up.
Oh, there's no. Yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
So you can now change it.
So it's
That's
the
the
entity's set name, right?
invoices. Yeah, invoices
Yeah.
set name.
Okay. All right. So we got the output of it. But remember, I guess these are not listed somewhere. So you can't just see a list of all API endpoints which are custom. You will have to rely on your extension. Because like you can see standard API list, which Microsoft have exposed just by calling the URL to this point. But then when it comes to custom API, those are not listed in this list. So this should give you, and it is not giving anything, which is weird. This normally gives you.
It's error. It's error.
Oh, not found. Okay, I guess let me do that. API. Maybe it will be 2.0. Is this what it is? No. Sandbox API. Okay. But yeah, these don't get listed. I'll show you the link. I have it. As a list of APIs like Microsoft does. So they have a whole
I
list of it.
think if you remove that purchase invoices from the last, it will show the list of APIs.
It should not, because I have blended it with the custom endpoint. So I don't think it should.
You mean you want to see all the Microsoft?
Yeah. So there is a
Uh,
list, right? That you
yeah.
can just use. But okay, that's simple, I guess. Okay, so now when we have got the get results out of it, which is this, and our custom field is listed here, both of them. One of them is a read-only field, and then one we will be using for modification. So let's do another request to do a post thing. Post custom API. Okay. So let's change this to post, copy the same endpoint. Okay, and then let's try this. I did not do a dollar expand, because when I'm adding it, I would also like to see, or let's try that later. I guess first let's try the header only. Okay. So let's see the copy of it, put it into the post, and then in this, you will have to specify the body of it in a JSON format. So what we'll do is we'll just copy one of these to save time. Go to the post in the body, we'll paste it as it is. I'm only going to remove certain things, like you don't need a OData E tag. This is just a info generated to uniquely identify this record. ID is also not needed, because that is generated when the document will be created. I don't think I have manual number enabled on my purchase order number series. Let's see. Payable setup. Okay. Invoice numbers. This have manual number disabled, so I'll have to also remove the number so that it generates the number. Posting date, let's make it 1/1 to keep it simple. Now I'm not going to change most of the things. I'll keep them as it is. The due date and all those things, I'll just change the dates and all. Vendor invoice number from API. Vendor ID, this is some of the vendor, as in you don't have to specify vendor ID. I guess vendor number works.
So vendor number will do.
Yeah, you don't have to kind of get and start.
In
If
fact,
you have vendor
all
number,
these
you can
fields
keep all these
you
fields,
can
right?
remove here.
Yeah. If you want
All
to keep them.
this.
Okay. Shortcut dimensions, let's leave it as it is. Currency, order number, discount. Okay, we are focusing on our fields. So this is an API demo in this case.
Where's the posting description?
Sorry?
Posting description was there, right?
No, it was not in the aggregate table.
Okay, okay.
So we
Sorry.
put it. Okay. So we are passing this at this moment, and let's see what happens. We have set to post, targeting this. When you do that, it goes back to Business Central and it creates a record with document number 107212. So let's go back. And here is the new order, which have the detail from API. I was able to see it, and the demo is here. Now, Let's try adding lines into it. But that's where it kind of becomes interesting at some point. And always when it's get confusing, I try to go back to my get and then check that, because without the get it becomes complex. I need to know the name of the entity, the child. So let's come down here and see the part. So here is the entity that I would like to expand. So you use the keyword $expand on any entity, one or multiple entity that you would like to expand with the actual request that you have. Is it question mark dollar? I always get confused about this.
Question mark. Question mark.
Question mark dollar, right? Yes. Okay. So what happens with this when you do that? You get the header, and then you also get the associated lines with it. If there is one line, you get one line. If any order have multiple lines, you will get all the lines. And you can do with all the parts that are associated with it. So like if you want to add or see the dimension set lines, then you can also expand this by just using a comma. So I can say, okay, I would like to see purchase invoice lines and dimension set lines. For the same document, now it will expand the dimension set lines for you like this, and then it'll also expand the purchase invoice line. The same URL will be used when you're trying to post this. And just copy this, get back to your post, paste that in here. We already have the header info. And what we can do here now is, let me collapse this so that I don't get confused. Inside the closing bracket, I can take the purchase invoice line, and then I can take the dimension set line I have to add. And in the post one, where you are passing the body here, okay, put a comma at the last value that you're passing, and then paste in whatever you copied from there. So let's keep it simple for the moment, and I can just select this and say beautify here so that it kind of organizes itself. And then in dimension set line of this, I don't need these two. It'll automatically link based on the relationship that is set on the page. And then I can define what dimensions I want into it. So I want code area, value code 70, and I don't need anything else. Okay. In the same way here, I'll do the business group and then the value code as industrial. Two dimensions are sufficient for the demo. So let's remove all these.
Can you remove the comma at the end?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what we are doing, we are going to ask it to create a purchase invoice and add these dimensions into it. Coming to the lines, I again don't need all this sequence number. It's a line number which is automatically get assigned. So I don't need this. I need item number and description auto populated. Unit of major. I don't think I need anything other than quantity into it. Unit cost is also come, and unit of major will also come from item.
Let
Oh.
it be there. Let it
What?
be there.
Unit of major?
Unit cost, yeah.
Unit cost.
Yeah. And remove the comma after 5.
Yeah.
Quantity.
Now if you want to add multiple, you just copy paste the above part and paste it after this. Then let's pick another item in here. Let's see what other items are there. Okay, let's do 1900S. So this is my second item, and the quantity becomes 10. So in single call, we are saying create a document, add these dimensions into it, and in the purchase invoice line, add 2 lines into it. So let's do a send of this. The dimension, what did you say?
Can we
The
go
dimensions
on?
of line already exist.
Because when we click the vendor, these lines were created. And
Oh,
now you are doing a post.
but I'm just creating one, right? Let me
So
pick
when you
other.
click the vendor, it
Yeah, so vendor
automatically
default
defaults.
dimension came into it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. So either remove the dimensions from the vendor.
Uh, 1,000. Okay. Weird, but it should, as in I can go here and add new dimensions. But okay, let me pick some other.
Remove this, no?
No, so
Remove
I'm not
this.
trying to modify, sir. It is a new document that's being created right now.
But what happens is when you do the vendor update, the field gets validated by from vendor number. These dimensions are automatically inserted, and then when
Yes,
this your API call is doing that,
yeah,
so
I got
it's
it. Yeah,
basically yeah.
defaulting that to the
Hmm.
values that are there, right? So let's add new dimensions into it. Salesperson, and let's see what is this expense side. Yeah, 10. Okay, now that's a little bit odd, but
Remove
okay.
this. Remove this. Okay, fine. It's okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
this on the person.
It's
Yeah,
okay. It's okay.
it's not on the vendor. So I just added new one, which are not defaulting from the vendor at this moment. So let's do a send, and it did create a new document, uh, 213, and it did add the two dimensions that I have provided. It only showed me two, which is weird. It should show me all the dimensions that are there, hopefully. But okay. And then the purchase invoice line, two lines are added. Let's see it into the system. 13. Come on, refresh yourself.
Normally, if you sort, the lines will appear.
Yeah, I should have done that. Okay, so the new one is this, which got our custom field here. On the lines, it did add the lines. The quantities are correct that we posted from there. Direct unit cost is same. Unit of nature is what we posted there. And let's go and into the dimensions because I'm a little bit interested in it at this moment. Okay. Hmm. Now I understand, sir, what you're saying, that when vendor number is getting validated, it's automatically assigning the dimensions into it. But then, can I modify
That's
them?
why. That's why Microsoft says these all calls normally should not be in the expand. It should be independent. They should be. So you insert the header,
Yeah,
send the
and
lines,
then
and then the
this,
purchase
and then
lines.
do patch on this or send the lines into it. Okay, so let's try this again. This time I'll do area and I'll change it to 10, which is not defaulting from the vendor.
It will give error
Is there?
because that should be a patch.
No, I'm doing it new one.
Um,
Let's see what comes up. Business group. That's not. Let me come here. Business group, and then I'll pass a different value. Will the post include that? Override that or not? Home.
it will not.
Okay, let's try that. No, it doesn't. Okay. Hmm. And how about if I'm doing the lines dimension? Can I still expand it?
I've never tried it, but first we have to see whether there's a
In the purchase invoice line?
expense.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I see. Purchase invoice line, which goes to this page. And let's do a fold. Easier that way. Oh, man. Oh, I can't fold the
No, you
stand
can.
number.
Can you try it once more?
Okay. Hold all region. No.
Yeah.
As in, because I'm referring to the symbol, this is not an object.
Okay.
Okay, so there is a dimension set lines, but then when I'm accessing the lines, I'll have to point at that line, right? I can't just do $expand
So you
because
can do $2.
I will be able to, I guess, but let's see. As in, not like this. It should fail at this point. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Can you remove question
But
mark?
okay, let's try that before I move. What I'm thinking.
$expand is equal to आएगा ना?
$expand is equal to, oh, sorry. I don't think so. And I'll tell you why I'm not thinking that way. Is because I'll use this, but because I'm pointing to a document and I'll paste it again here. I first need to point to the header. That guys, I'm looking at this header. This is my document that I'm looking at. And then when I'm going into the lines, this is my line, right? So this is my particular line because there can be n number of lines, so it can just expand it. So I'll have to also point it at the line level. I'm not wrong. See now what happens.
You can't have two question marks, I believe.
What is this? Term. I cannot have two question marks.
Yeah.
Okay, let's remove this for the time being. Can I do till this point? I guess I should be able to, but let's see. No, it says the term F5. Where is my 5? Weird. Okay. But if I remove this, can it show? Then it will show me the purchase invoice and the line. But if there are 5 lines and I only want to see one line, then then I just have to call the purchase invoice line endpoint.
Yes.
Which is okay. Okay, let's not go there. This is just we playing about stuff. But Avinash, did this kind of solve your problem that you're talking about?
Yeah, but majorly, I think yes.
Sorry, you're saying something? We didn't hear you.
Yes, it solves. But I think also maybe in next session we could see on one standard field like that part posting description, or
Also,
can we see it
for
now?
the for the posting description and maybe in the next one, the you will have to follow the same procedure that we did today because the posting description is not available in the aggregate table. You can't just add it, right? So you will first have to make it available in the aggregate table. So when I was trying to add a field, and let me show you here, the posting
But
description.
we can add it just like that, na? Just like we were added STH.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
won't take too
So
much time.
here on this one,
Hmm.
on the aggregate table, I can just add, not here. This is aggregate table, yeah. So I can just add a field. That's interesting where I should place it. I'll keep it on the custom range, but you can keep it anywhere. And I'll just go here and say posting description. Okay. So it's
600.
600, right? So the reason I'm saying to keep it away, because if Microsoft uses that number, you'll have problems. So I'll keep it here. The problem, Sandeep sir, is now it is looking for this field into the purchase header table when I do register field.
Yeah, not a problem, no? That is
But
there.
it is not looking from the field plus. Oh, I'll have to give the
It
field ID of actual field.
yeah,
Oh yeah, that
or the
makes sense.
purchase header table.
So So for the time being,
That's it. That's it.
yeah, I'll add it on here also. The purchase this.
No. You go to API now. Just add
Okay,
it in the API.
let's go here and let's add it here on SDH posting description. Done. And then like in here we did. Just copy this
Oh,
and
no.
paste.
Okay, I got it. What you're saying.
Yeah, but I can then put here directly the posting description now. Hopefully, no, but
No, you
this is
can't.
SCH posting description.
No,
No?
no.
Now, when you go into the register field set, it actually does the recref and field ref onto it, right?
Yes.
So then when it comes here and then this value goes into on this insert, it does it based on the recref and field ref.
There must be a trigger here somewhere.
Transfer field with validate I don't think that they have a integration event in this area.
There must be one because we use it. Or either I don't remember where exactly we put that thing on, but we use it. That's why I said it was a bit complicated and we stopped using it.
How about if we create the same field into the same ID in purchase header and then on validate of that field move that to the
Used to
action.
replace that ID somehow. I don't remember exactly what we did, but it was kind of complicated.
Yeah. So as in Avinash, is that discussion helping? As in the problem that you're facing here is when we do this register field on the API endpoint, if we try to look for this field into the purchase header table, which does not exist at this moment, right?
Okay, do one thing. Create a field in the purchase header
That's what I'm
with the same
thinking.
ID,
That let's copy
and
this
then
and then on validate of it, move it to
yeah,
the actual field, right?
yeah.
Again in hack, but that's how it is, I guess. On validate. Right dot posting description is equals to posting description. Okay, this should move that hopefully. Let's give it a try quickly. While this is happening, I can come here and prepare my post API endpoint
Use the
without
correct.
the dimension set line. Let's remove this. This is post. I'll remove this and I'll remove this section altogether. This array dimension. Okay. Keep the body as it is. What's happening? Why it is not published yet? Sleeping.
Done.
What happened to this? Let me reload this. It should not take that much time. At least you can have this like nothing for it. Okay. Come on, sandbox.
Is there any transaction in process over there?
No, there's nothing. Nothing is there at this moment. Okay. Sandbox session. No, nothing. Let's cancel this. Timing. Okay. Let me try to do it again. And if it doesn't happen, I'll build the app and deploy it. If that's the problem, then I'll have to do the permissions and all, but that's okay. Till then, I'll just get the permission. Otherwise, come on.
It should
Go.
work. Can you go to the front ends and go in the extension management?
The extension management. Okay, let me back and add up to extension management on this page.
I've seen this thing happening on the on-prem. Sometimes it doesn't.
Okay.
And what we have to then do is go to the extension management and install that app there manually.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I haven't changed. As in, this doesn't show me the completed file. And then version 1.0 is already published there, and it's a dev. So this environment is dying or what? Come on, man.
So
Should I
it's
restart
Copilot,
it
huh?
again?
You said hack, so Microsoft AI caught that and
Heard
stopped it.
it. Okay. How you restart this? There is a restart button, right? So let me restart the environment. Is it loading? No. So let's restart it for a while. Restarting it. So this is not from the VS Code side. I guess there was some problem in the environment. Let's wait for it. What happened? There is an error now. Yes, error occurred. But okay, let it restart. Come on, man. Am I making this call here and a person is running into the server room and restarting the server or what?
Somehow the transaction got stuck somewhere.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is that if you click on this restarting, it doesn't give any meaningful information which can be used, at least by us. Maybe
Yeah.
Microsoft, but
Hmm.
oh,
Oh man. Seriously, it has been gone.
do you have any other free environment?
I have, but then I love to set up the whole thing into it.
Enter application.
Yeah, and applications and all. Is it taking so? Why the heck the restart is taking some long time? Hmm. Okay, taking a lot of time. Let's go to the other environment. That's not a problem. Let's get into the testing one. Are you available? Why? You're always well. Start standby. Getting ready. And sometimes all these tenants kind of get into the oh, this is working. So let's do the environment name as this. So that publishes it here. And then what I'll have to change, I'll have to register the internet ID into it, external ID into it. I'll do that. Do I? As in I do
Client
that?
ID is required in
Yeah.
the enter.
Entra. Okay. you client ID, and then one more thing, try application.
It's something which Microsoft has provided in the
Admin
admin
center.
panel. Yeah, I haven't tested
Yeah.
it.
Permissions. What permission should I use? Okay. So
Give it all per business basic or business premium, whatever.
E365 should be the best one. No? E365. Okay, so this becomes my, where is this? Full
Business premium, business
premium.
premium. Yeah.
Yeah, premium. Okay, no company needed and grant consent to this. Okay, come on. Accept. Consent was given. Did I publish this or not?
Yeah, you published it.
Oh,
Now
I published
change.
it.
Yeah,
The only thing that I need now is, or do I need to care from here? Let's do it here.
change it to
Do
testing.
no, testing is okay, but then I need the company ID now, right?
So you,
I don't have that URL set, so let's go to companies.
that's why I always create multiple. Always create a company
Yeah,
API.
I have all these, but then they are not pointing to the same environment.
And you should use variables. That's
Oh
what
yeah,
Microsoft recommends. Yeah.
for sure. That's easier that way. Okay. Hopefully this works. Okay, so we are doing this, and hopefully everything looks good. Let's do this. Oh, I did not pass the new thing to it.
What?
The new field
Okay.
that we added. What is that? Testing. Okay, and then
Change the company ID.
company ID so that I get the payload. Let's do a send. What? Purchase invoices not found.
Change the number.
Oh, sorry.
Remove the ID.
Yeah, I have this. Okay. Okay, we have added what? Where is that?
No, two fields above this. Two fields above this.
Oh, SDH posting group. Okay. Description. Okay, so this is before here. Let's come back here and add it somewhere. Posting description. API posting description. Okay, let's do a send. It did create one. Okay, this time it's create 7213. And let's come back here. Invoices 13. And let's do a control alt F1. And let's see what happened to posting description. It says invoice 1273, which is automatically generated, right? I did not
Yes.
add it. It did not took this.
Yeah.
Why?
Where it's SDH. This is this.
So validate is working. Let me see when it does insert. Purchase header.
Posting description and validate is. Should I? Do I need to patch it? Maybe.
No, 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 no. I'm just looking at when it's inserted, basically.
The
Init
posting
posting
description.
description. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Let's
done
see.
after init record.
After
And
init
init
record,
record is done.
there is an insert record. Check and buy from it. Propagate insert field update discount set calculated field. Distribution was exit false. Hmm. Okay, from aggregate it does not come like that. Okay, it just happens from this. If you give it the posting description, which I don't have. So what it is looking for? Let's see, temp one. Okay.
So our custom value is going fine. I don't know. And it does calculate, it does the validate also.
It does the validate also, right? But then it is not passing because we have that demo field here, and then in the table extension we did add that on validate. Do I need to modify it? No, I don't know. I don't think so.
No, on the table it doesn't normally.
Should pass it to the posting description. Nice. Okay, this need to be debugged somewhere or other. But then, okay, when I call this on insert, this is just doing. This is not doing it on the purchase invoice table. It is just doing it on the. Oh, it is doing on the purchase order field number of this, and then target record ref transfer fields with validate. What is this doing? Okay,
Again,
if
it uses that record ref and field ref.
weird. What if I, and just for fun, okay, just fun intended. If I come here and this is my purchase at table where the posting description is, where is that posting description?
Can it do one thing? Can you go to the API page?
I'm going there.
After insert, on after insert, on the trigger
Okay,
after insert.
let me write it here. Okay, yeah.
So
On
what it
insert.
does, right? We can't write the code here, right?
Oh, this is
For
our page.
purchase
You can
header.
do anything.
No, for purchase header, no.
No. What I'm trying, and I can completely wrong here. Can I pass 22 here, which is the actual table field number?
No.
22. 22 is in the purchase header. Okay, it's not in the aggregate anywhere. Hopefully, it doesn't give me error, but what's the matter? If it gives the error, that's okay. That's a runtime error. Because it
But
is only
where will it get the value?
so. What it's doing here is this is the function that I'm looking for, right? So it is saying what is coming from transfer field buffer that on the target table ref. Now this is my purchase header. Look at the field ID. Do you find the field ID? Yes. And then if you find the field ID, oh, then you're looking at the source table rec. Oh, then I actually have to add it on the exact ID, I guess. Yeah, true. If I add it on 22, it'll work.
Let's see. Let's see.
Okay, let's see what happens now first. Okay, let's do a sign. I think it should have out, but let's see. Yes,
It's
the supply
confused.
really cannot be found in there, right? And don't do this, but okay. Let's come back here in the, where is that? Where I changed it. I did it on demo. What the heck? Okay, that's my bad. But okay. Okay.
But it doesn't makes a difference, right?
Yeah, but I'm just doing it here, pointing it to the right field. Okay. This is
One
correct.
more extra, yeah.
Yeah. Now let's come to the table extension. Where is that? Here. And then now this is aggregate table. 22. And I don't want this. I just keep it. That's okay. Not a problem. Nothing is going into this. Okay.
So you can't do that,
So
right?
what?
You can't as in a standard table field ID less than 50.
You can.
How
No,
can you
I
do that?
mean
No, you can't.
at the moment you can, but like when you publish this app, it will give the error like not here, but in I think
Yeah.
during validation.
Cannot be loaded. Oh,
Force sync,
this is
force sync, force sync.
that is my launch. I think you can, but let's see.
No, you can't.
As
You can't add a field to standard table in the 50,000 range, below the 50,000.
I don't know why I'm recording this, but I should not be. You can. Okay.
What the
And
hell? Can you?
you can. You can even do it at field number 1 if needed.
Yeah, you could do here, but like when you do the
Okay, let's see.
validation,
I'm
you
not
can't.
doing any validation at this point, but yeah, let's see. Okay,
Huh? Yeah.
let's do a send. Okay, so this created a 7214. So let's go into the purchase invoice 7214. Okay, and we want to look at the description. Come on. Posting description, correct? But don't
This
do
is
it.
bizarre.
But
This is
don't do
bizarre.
it. I knew this from the beginning that you can do this, but then saying it is wrong. As in, yeah, people don't understand the consequences of it. But yeah, for some, because of the licensing changes in business center, you can actually do that. Should you be doing that? No, you can actually create a table in the Microsoft range now with the licenses. Just FYI.
Wow.
Okay. And I don't have some secret kind of license. This is just the default license that Microsoft gives you on Sandbox, right? So there's no hack license into it or something. It's just you can just use it now. The onus is on you that if tomorrow Microsoft uses that field, then it goes away from your perspective. So Avinash, again, it's an hack, as you're talking about, right? And it doesn't cause you an error, or at least on this table, because there is no validate happening on this table. I'm not
Yeah,
adding it to the purchase at table. This is the aggregate table, which hopefully is a temp. No, it's not a temporary table. It's an actual table. So the field do exist on that.
Hmm. This is
so
bizarre.
yeah,
Surely bizarre.
yeah. At least like when you are adding, if it give kind of warning, at least it would be nice.
Yeah, I don't know. As in, you can actually create a table on Microsoft Range with the BC licenses for some crazy reasons. I don't know why.
Mhm.
But yeah, uh, as in we are not doing anything
So
wrong.
there's no way Microsoft can control it, right?
There
On
should be a
your
way. They should be
on the
able to control
publishing,
it.
yes. The
Yeah,
publishing.
development you can do anything, but yeah, on publishing they should
Yeah,
control it.
yeah.
They
In
should.
publishing, you see, I get that error. I send in the message.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how like all the issues started for me.
Description ID.
I'm not a member of the chat. I can't send messages.
Okay, you can't do that. What? Oh, because you are publishing it as a PT. Maybe that's a thing.
Yeah,
I have no clue. Let's try that out. Just the last thing. Maybe that
mhm.
helps other people when they are looking at it. Don't do this because you can't publish this at PTE. Okay, so it's a PTE, and let me copy this PTE, copy as path, and let's go into the. And you're doing it on-prem or cloud?
Cloud.
Cloud. Okay. So Sandeep said the error message that Amina sent saying that if he's trying to publish this on PTE from
Hmm.
extension management page, then he's getting an error.
Yeah, that's okay now.
Yeah, that
I'm
that.
relieved. I'm relieved.
Okay, yes, maybe I I didn't try it with PDE, but just for
Oh, why are you
the sake of
uninstalling
it,
it? You can
because
simply upload now. Doesn't matter.
no, it's a dev, na, so it will
No,
cause a
doesn't
problem.
matter. Doesn't matter.
Okay, let's see. Upload an extension.
If you have added the version number, then it's fine.
Yeah, I've incremented the version number into it. Okay, let's see what happens.
To install.
No, let's see. Installing status. Let's get on there.
Well, it will give you that error message. It should give that.
Sure,
The
hopefully.
22.
Okay, but yeah, as a dev, I guess you can do stuff. I haven't tried it as a PTE, but yeah.
Because if it start allowing this, then I will have to change the SOP in my company. So, don't know who's going to do what.
So you did got an error, right? Okay, so if you did got an error, then you can't publish it. But then the problem to your solution is a little bit tricky, I guess, and maybe in the next meeting because it's already half an hour extra. Yes, it
It failed.
fails.
It failed. It failed. It
Nice.
failed.
And it said that you cannot package validation failed. The pertinent extension loader cannot be deployed is missing dependency and conflicting with the stalled app. It's a different error, but more or less on the same lines, right? Uh, but yeah, in the next meeting, I guess we can talk about uh, is there a way that we can handle this as a, not by doing it on 22, but maybe with a patch and try patching the
No,
record when you have on validate.
I do remember there's a way to do it. I will have to dig that. The customer is not with us. It was a custom development, white labeling we did for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to see if that app is available in my repository.
Okay, yeah, but I
Uh,
guess either that way or then otherwise, Avinash, you can also always create a direct API and point to that table rather than relying on the aggregate table.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
reason,
What?
uh,
Um,
the
sorry.
reason I guess and I can be wrong. The reason why the whole aggregate table was introduced is Microsoft didn't wanted to kind of have different endpoints for like sales error processes, 5 different type of records, right? From code to order to invoice and all. So they wanted to create 5 different endpoints to do the same thing. So they just created this aggregate table, which then allows you to do certain stuff. That becomes simple for them. And I guess it all started with version 1, and because they are still supporting version 1 and version 2, they had to continue that. Hopefully, sometime in future, they might separate these out so that it becomes easier rather than relying on the aggregate table.
this concept wise, it's very good what they have done.
Yeah, but
I don't find it.
customization wise, it's a crazy.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah. So if interested, Avinash, and if time permits you, I guess we can then create direct endpoint to these and then utilize those directly.
Okay. So
That's easy.
what? Yeah,
That is
I think
easy
so.
to do.
So for now, what I did was I sent you that blog link of AJ
Yeah, yeah.
and
AJ can.
try to do the binding with the external extension. Sorry, with the extension. What
Okay.
it's called? Subscriber and event subscriber. Try to
Mm-hmm.
do the binding and it is working. But for me, like it is working fine now. Like I resolved yesterday, but still I don't understand the concept how it is working in the proper way.
Okay,
But
so
it is
let's read
working
it
for me.
through. We'll read that article next time. That's all.
Okay.
We'll try
Okay.
to make sense of it.
Okay.
Okay, guys. It's already.
Okay.
I'm getting knocks on
Yeah,
my door for the dinner, so I'll go ahead
okay.
and grab
Okay.
some
Take care.
dinner.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
Thank you so
thank you all.
much.
Mm.
Thank you.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.